this gathering many different things. For a while it was law of attraction. Then we began talking about the science of deliberate creation, because it is a science, because it is ever expanding, and it must be deliberate if you have any control over your own experience. But you got so carried away with that, you began to turn the science of deliberate creation into that effort thing that you're so used to. And that effort thing doesn't work, because that effort thing is mostly pushing against what you don't want. And so we began calling the art of allowing. The art of allowing. The art of allowing what? The art of allowing my personal alignment. The art of allowing my connection to source energy. The art of allowing my passageway to be open so that that clear thought can flow. The art of allowing my abundance and well-being. The art of allowing myself to be in my physical body and really be the extension of source energy that I was born to be. The art of allowing the source who flows to me and through me to be recognized by me. The art of realization, the art of realizing all of the resources that are abundantly surrounding me. The art of allowing, practicing the path of least resistance. How can I most allow who I really am to flow, to be present, to be demonstrated in this moment? So we're eager to talk with you about anything that you want to talk about. There is nothing that is off limits. What we want to help you to realize, and it will be really easy for you to realize it in this environment, is that you are capable of anything that you desire with just a little vibrational tweaking. And that vibrational tweaking is easy, but it's something that you have to practice. And because you've practiced opposition to it for a while, then letting go of those practice thoughts will be a part of the process of your coming into alignment more with who you are. As we visit, it would become clearer and clearer. We'll talk with each of you in the way that is most likely to lead you down your path of least resistance to a vibrational stance that will help you to allow what you want, to allow the clarity in the moment. Did you know that the vibration of a question and the vibration of an answer are different vibrations, different frequencies? Just like you can't set your radio dial on 98 FM and hear what's being broadcast on 106 AM. The frequencies have to match up. The transmitter and the receiver have to be in sync. So you have been, through the exposure to life, you've been synthesizing, sorting, sifting, coming to conclusions and preferences, and you've been launching rockets of desire with the help of the source within you. So there is this beingness that is you, this worthy, prosperous, vital, alive being, surrounded with all of the things that you have identified that are important to you, that you want, that for the most part you're not quite yet a very good match to. This seminar really is about helping you to come into vibrational alignment with who you really are, to allow the whole of you to be present. Because when the whole of you is present, not only do you have clarity, which is delicious, not only do you have vitality, which is delicious, not only do you feel love and worthiness, which is delicious, but you are allowing the whole of who you are to be present, which is powerful. It is intoxicating. It is who you are. And once you begin experiencing that sort of alignment, where you're streaming that inspiration on a regular basis, you will never again be willing to step back into negative commentary or negative thought that deprive you of all of those resources. The leverage of alignment is unfathomable through your physical terms, in the sense of comparison. You all have 24 hours a day, but the effort factor is so limited. When you are counting on your effort to compensate for alignment that you're not doing, you just can't make it up with hard work. There's just not enough action in the world to compensate for that misalignment of energies. But with just a little bit of awareness and understanding of how this all works, you can find yourself in vibrational alignment with who you really are, and you can access the energy that creates worlds and flow it through your vantage point toward the creation of whatever you want. You can feed the hungry. You can help the world find its balance. You can be or do or have anything that you choose, but you cannot do it from your disconnected, cut off from source energy perspective. You can't join the complainers and the pushers againsters and accomplish or be what you've come to be. So let's get going. Let's sort it out a little bit at a time. It is our expectation that you will push the reset button today, that you will find vibrational alignment with who you are, and that you will participate in the energy of that alignment long enough that you will be forever vibrationally changed. Now, we don't mean this alignment that is certain to happen today is not like a college degree where once you get the certificate you just hang it on your wall and it's yours forevermore. It's not like that, because your alignment either is or isn't in the moment. But you're going to be able to tell from now on whether you're in alignment or not, because you can tell by the way you feel. Your emotions are the key to your alignment. The better you feel, the more in alignment with who you are and all that you've become you are. The worse you feel, the more out of alignment you are. Sort of like the hot and cold game. Kate wanted to play that with Jerry and Esther when she was really little. They played it in a big building. She would hide something in the building, and then she would give them clues so that they could find it. You're getting warmer, she'd say. You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. Getting colder. And because she knew where it was, and because she gave good clues, they always found it. It was so much fun. Sometimes Jerry would pretend that colder was warmer and warmer was colder, but Kate never let him get away with that. You know better than that. You know what warmer means, Jerry. You know what warmer means. You know. And you know what good feels like, and you know what not good feels like. So stop pretending that you don't know. You know. You know when you feel good, and you know when you don't. So let's get going. What do you want to talk about? And so to just stop communication we can see why, because in the no longer speaking, there is less perpetuation of the momentum of a thought, because there's no one being your soundboard and adding to it.
Yes.
Our advice is don't go.
Oh, gosh.
Well, of course you can go, and of course you're up for it, but why make something so difficult? Why go so hard against your natural nature? Why not just modify gently and gradually? And we know the answer. The answer is because I've got no self-discipline. Unless I surround myself with conditions where everybody has agreed to the same thing, then I'm not likely to keep my word to myself. And we sort of kind of get that. But so momentum is the big subject here, because when you give your attention to something, law of attraction responds to it. And in silence, there is going to be less momentum. Now, some people say, but Abraham, I have this mind that is just chattering all the time. And just because I'm not talking, in fact, sometimes if you are not expressing, then your mind becomes even more active. In other words, sometimes. And so when you realize that your goal is, it's not about the action of speaking or not speaking. It's about the finding of the thought or the words or the action that harmonize with who you really are. You see, silent meditation implies something. It implies something that is so contrary to what we know to be. When Esther is in alignment with us, do you find her silent?
Not at all. Not at all.
When you're in alignment with well-being, don't you want to ooh and awe at the beauty of the surroundings around you? Don't you want to describe them in detail? The only time that silence is ever of value is if you are out of the vortex, if you are in a place of misalignment, if you are beating the drum, if you've got negative momentum.
Yes.
So if you've got so much negative momentum going on that you need to go stand in a place of silence for a long period of time, then we can see how that would be of advantage to you. But Source wants to express through you. Source wants to laugh through you. Source wants to yodel down the canyon through you. In other words, silence, there's a misunderstanding. And you help us say something very important. Yes, If you got something negative going on, shut up. We love you all so much. But when you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on, be boisterous in your revelations, in your reveling of life experience. Here's another piece, and you're really going to like this because you're right up to speed with all of this. You're fine-tuning this. You're right on the brink of these manifestations beginning to flood in. So here's some things that will help you to realize that. Realize meaning manifest. Sometimes we project a thought and Esther begins to find a word that says it will be revealed to you. But that's not quite the way we want you to hear it, because it's always being revealed to you, but you've got to be in the vicinity to realize it. So it's the turning of your dial. The revelations are happening. We know where you stand in relationship with everything you want, and we know the path of least resistance to get you from where you are to everything you want, and we're talking about the manifestation. So we're constantly revealing the path, but you got to do something so that you realize the path. And what it is you have to be willing to care about how you feel and not step where it doesn't feel good. So there's some new things that we've been talking about recently that have really helped Esther, really helped a lot of people who are focusing with them. So just follow this train of thought just a little bit. You're right there. Law of attraction and momentum, same subject. Yeah? Trajectory, really good word. Trajectory meaning the thoughts that I have been thinking have carved out a vibrational path on both wanted and unwanted. Yes? Beliefs matter. You were source energy before you were born into this body and still are. So there is a source energy trajectory that is the path that everybody's talking about all the time. Want to find my path, want to find my path. We want you to too. The trajectory, the source energy. But it's not just what source wants in some disconnected fashion from some not really paying attention to who you are. It's this trajectory of all that you've become and all that you've added to it. What you thought about yesterday that you added to that trajectory matters too. So there is a trajectory, there is a path that the source within you is so powerfully focused upon that when you get in the vicinity of alignment, you feel it, you know it, and nothing can keep you from it. Esther began discovering that when we said the words, don't go looking for your path, prepare yourself vibrationally so that it can appear beneath your feet. Feel the difference in that? Your work is to create a vibrational atmosphere or mood that puts you in a place of realization, because your path is all around you. There are 20 or 30 or 40 viable paths to everything that you want around you all the time. And when you're in that vibrational vicinity, just lights right up. And nothing could keep you from it. You feel so certain about it. If you could understand, and we want you to, and we'll use every word that Esther can find in her vocabulary to help you to understand it more, although we have to say to you, a disclaimer here, words don't teach. It's only life experience. But sometimes we say things that then your life confirms. So there is this point of attraction that is you, this mood or atmosphere that is you. And if you will give your undivided attention to the job of feeling good, of having a good mood, then you will be standing in that place of revelation where you will realize more and more and more and more that your path is right there, and then it's right there, and then it's right there, and then it's right there. It won't stand still. It never does. It's more, because source is flowing and demonstrating with you and to you and through you. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in your vortex.